Hello, basketball coaches and basketball players. My name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to give you the top 10 rarest basketball offenses that I have ever seen. So, from there, this first play is going to be up against a 2-3 zone, and these set plays are going to be mixed between 2-3 zones, 2-1-2, 3-2, as well as man-to-man defenses. So let's get down to the clipboard. Let's check these out. Okay, so first we have this 2-1-2 offense against the 2-3 zone. Now, the reason why this is rare is because I've only seen it once, and I've seen it only ever once, and it was in a European game I seen on TV. Now, I wrote it down right away because I was like, oh my god, I've never seen it before. So, first, it was against the 2-3 zone, and what they did was very interesting. They had player 3 set a screen on player 2, and player 2 blew. He then cut towards this side, but very close to the free throw line extended, and player 1 passed him the ball right away. That then brought player 3 and 1 over to double team him because he's right in the middle of their zones. And then what we had was player 5, he went and set a screen. At this time, player 5 was going over to guard player 5, but player 5 set that screen and player 1 cut down towards this mid-range area, where player 2 then passed him the ball, and he took a very quick mid-range shot and drained it. Now, the reason why this is such a great play for pretty much any age that plays up against the 2-3 zone is because even though it's a rare offense, it's very simple. It's not very hard. It's just a shallow cut out towards the wing, a quick pass over, and then a cut towards a mid-range area where almost every player can shoot the shot from. So this next offense was a head scratcher for me when I played against it. They ran it 3 times in a row against us, and it made us scratch our heads. They scored 2 out of 3 times. The third time, we stopped it, because when it's 3 times in a row, if you don't stop it, you're sitting, in my opinion. And so basically what they did was this. They set up with 3 players along the free throw line, 1 player in the post, and their point guard up top. And right away, we were set up in our man-to-man. They had player 2 screen down for player 5, and player 5 popped up towards the perimeter where I automatically thought he was going to take that shot. However, he continued through, and this was a dribble handoff. So meanwhile, player 5 fought through, he's caught up, now he's getting screened by player 1. At the same time, they had player 4 set a screen on player 3. Player 3 popped out towards the free throw line extended, where player 5 passed him the ball for that 3-point shot. Now, the magic in this play, because player 2 was screening down here, he had prime position to box out player 2 right away. Because the first time, player 3 made that 3-point shot. The second time I seen them set up for it, I was calling out player 3 is shooting a 3-point shot, and we cheated out. Player 4 defensively cheated out. We ran a switch so that player 4 could then box or block out that shot. And then from there, player 3 took the shot, but they still had this guy boxing out in prime position, because generally when you shoot from this side, it bounces off onto the opposite side. It's just how momentum works. And then when that ball bounced out, he got the ball prime position, 1.5 feet from the rim. Nice easy basket. They scored twice on us. The third time they ran it around, we already knew that this guy was in prime position, and if he was going to miss, it's going to go to that side. And then from there, I said, as soon as I seen them set up for that same play 3 times in an effing row, they ran the same play. I said 4. I called out his name, but player 4 in this clipboard, I said, you're switch off the screen. Everyone crash the glass. Everyone crashed the glass on shot. And we stopped him from making that shot. I had all of my players crashing the boards. The ball went to that side. But when we had player 5 crashed on that side, we were basically a triangle around him. He was not getting that ball. And we got that ball, and we stopped that play. They stopped playing it. They only ran that play 3 times in a row. I don't know if that was part of their playbook to run it 3 times in a row in each game. I watched the game after. They only ran it 3 times as well. So it got me thinking that the other coach, though, only decided to really stop the play like how we did it with the switch the 3rd time around. So I felt happy that I was thinking faster than another coach. And now that's kind of a lesson to any coach out there. If you see something kind of random and weird happening in a play, and then you see them set up in the same randomness as before, they're generally setting up the same play. And if you can think really quickly how you could stop the play before, or if you did stop it before, or if you tried to stop it before, and how to do it better really quickly. If your players are understanding that they have to communicate to you during the game and that they should be listening for your voice, even though as a player myself, I never listened to anything anywhere when I was playing. But if your players are the type of players who will listen to you, you can say, hey, Johnny, switch off the screen that they set, or whatever it may be. And if he can hear you, then you have a chance of maybe stopping a play a bit quicker. Okay, so in this 3rd play that I'm going to show you, you're probably wondering, why are the post players out on the perimeter? Well, this is why. We're going to have player 1 going in for a dribble handoff with player 5. Now, player 1 needs to be big and strong because he's going to be setting a screen against their tallest defender probably. And from there, we're going to have player 5 come off of that screen, and player 1, if he switches onto him, this is exactly what we want. We want player 1 to then roll off, player 5 to set a pass over to player 1. We want everyone to clear out, and now what's going to happen is player 1 is going to go one-on-one against their tallest, usually slowest defender. Now, if that doesn't happen, if they don't switch and player 5 fights through that screen, what's going to happen now is before player 5 gets through that screen, what I want to see is player 5 cutting and driving towards the rim. I want player 2 and 3 to pop out towards the mid-range areas, if not 3-point areas, if they're able to shoot that shot. That's going to now collapse the defense onto player 5, and he's going to be able to pass the ball out to one of those 2 players for a mid-range or 3-point shot. Now I should have called this video my top 5 because this is a video that's getting very, very long. So this is going to be our 4th play out of 5. I'm going to leave the last 5 plays for another video against zone defenses. Okay, so in this 4th play, what we're going to have here is something that's going to make you really confused. We're going to have player 5 setting a screen on player 1, and we're going to be having player 4 setting a back screen on player 2. Now, from that back screen, what's going to happen now is player 3 is going to be popping out towards the perimeter. That's going to bring player 3 out of the key. Player 1 is going to use that screen. He's going to drive towards the rim. At the same time, player 2 is going to be driving towards the rim. If player 5 switched off and player 4 never switched off, what's going to happen now is a quick pass over to player 2. If, however, player 4 switched off and nobody switched off over here, player 1 gets that layup. Or if nobody switched off, player 1 gets that layup as well. So it's a nice, easy play that you can run that will really confuse the opposing team. Now in this 5th play, again, it's a very simple, easy play that you can run. However, at the same time, it will confuse your opponent. Now, this is kind of how you're going to be setting up. You're going to be having player 2, he's going to be going and setting a screen for player 1. At this time, player 4 is going to be cutting across, and he's going to be setting a screen for player 5. Player 5 is going to use that screen. He's going to be now in the low post. Player 1 could take that shot, or he could pass to player 5. Now, let's say neither of those options are open. What's going to happen now is player 2 is going to continue through. Player 4 is clearing out. Player 5 is staying in the low post. He could be posting up his player. And player 2 is going to be setting a screen for player 3. Now, player 3 could head to the 3-point line where he could get that 3-point shot, or player 5 could then clear out, and coming off of that screen, he can then cut towards the rim where he can get the ball passed to him by player 1. He could go in for that layup, If player 4 was to come out and play help defense, we can then have a pass out to player 4 blue for the 3-point or mid-range shot. Now, these are all super rare plays, at least in my eyes. I'm going to do another video coming up very soon about 5 rare offensive plays against zone defenses in basketball, because I didn't really want this video to go past a certain mark. Right now, I'm assuming it's around the 11 or 12 minute mark in this video, so I didn't want this video to go past 20 minutes. That would be insane for a video. So I'm going to leave those next 5 plays for another video. I'll see you guys there. I'll see you guys later on today for the second video of the day.